everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ace on Music After Hours. I'm joined, as always, by my faithful producer, Mark, and my friend and assistant, Sean. So, I was sitting earlier this week wondering what we could maybe talk about for this week's episode, and I read a headline that I thought would make a great topic. And the headline just said, "Is the compact disc dead in today's market?" So I have some very big opinions on this, but I'm going to let the audiophile among us start the conversation.
Put me on the spot.
Yes.
Well, great topic here. I mean, society doesn't make it easy for us people that like to listen to CDs. Or, first of all, we don't. The new cars don't have CD players in it.
That's right.
New PlayStation 4 doesn't play music anymore. You can't put CDs in there.
Oh, and the new 5s?
No, the 4s.
Oh, the 4s, okay.
Yeah, so, it's like, well, society doesn't make it easy for someone that likes to listen to CD. But, think about it. We're coming to a place, we're older now. I got a shitload of CDs, and it just takes so much space, you know. And we're at the day and age now where technology, we get all that, the same quality that we do for a CD, But it's, to me, it's a 50-50. I still like physical things. I was talking to my daughter about this, and she goes, "Well, Dad, I want to get the new Gorillaz vinyl collection," but she won't listen to it. It's just a physical thing she wants, But I go, well, the question I asked her, I go, well, would you buy the CDs and listen to it? And she goes, well, why would I do that? I could just listen to it.
Well, it's funny you say that, because the labels, I have this conversation with the labels all the time about what formats we're going to release certain releases in and all that. But the idea that the compact disc is maybe dying, now they claim that the older demographic, people 45 to 55 who are into hard rock, classic rock, heavy metal, they're still more into the physical product than they are the digital product. But that's changing. Especially this pandemic has had a major impact on that. The digital streaming numbers have gone through the roof for most classic rock and hard rock bands, because people are just at home and they're listening to more and more music. But as far as, is the compact disc dead? I look at the younger generation. They're the ones who buy music. Always the younger people tend to buy music. And I have a 10-year-old in my life who's a big music fan and doesn't own a CD, not even one. He just listens to Spotify, YouTube, or whatever, and that's his thing. He doesn't give a crap about compact discs. The compact discs, to me, were never really all that appealing, other than their portability and their durability. But I always wanted the vinyl for the bigger pictures. We've talked about that. But
if you're an audiophile, for listening purposes, CD is the way to go. But now we have the opposite extremes now, right? We got somebody that doesn't care about the sound quality, and the people that do. Now we have Blu-ray audio.
Yeah.
It's like when you want to get that Blu-ray audio out of the new sets now, you have to go through the 4 CD format, pay $100 to get that one.
But let's be fair. Only people like you actually want that stuff. What do you think, Mark?
I'm a proponent for making sure that you have something to sell that has high margin. Mm-hmm. And CDs have an extraordinarily high margin, of course, unless a record label's taking 80% of that. But I think that the CD itself, we have to go where the marketplace is going. And the marketplace, we can still deliver an incredible product. We've talked about merch before. By putting your songs on a USB thumb drive and recognizing that Spotify's given the rest away for X dollars a month. And we can find ways of making the packaging more valuable, or adding little tchotchkes and goodies to something. And the CD was never very good at that.
Yeah, its days are numbered. We started to see it happen with certain bands. Like Tool was a great example. They released their first record in a number of years last year. And it didn't come out on CD initially. They did end up doing a very limited edition special package afterwards that was quite expensive. I think it was about $75 or something like that. But it was just not part of the model, and they said it's just not necessary. And I think that compact discs are going to go the way of the niche product. Like, one of the things that's constantly surprising me today is, do you know what one of the interesting new products the thing that bands are starting to do again? They're making cassettes again. So it is.
We're going backwards in technology.
But there's a nostalgia to it, I guess, or something like that. But
Well, except that nobody owns them. The players. You know, when the automakers, well, I think it was, I don't want to step out of my lane here and try to guess what it was, but I believe that there was some regulation being passed and the automakers had to put Blu-ray into the vehicles. And when they had to put Blu-ray into the vehicles, Bluetooth, they had to put Bluetooth into the cars because of the stereos, because of the speakerphones. And as soon as that happened, with all the smartphones out there was no more need. Now every song could be contained on your digital device.
Well, I mean, I recently, about a year ago, I leased a new vehicle, and it had a CD player in it still. And I remember talking to the salesman saying, "Oh, that's unusual. You don't really see that these days." And he goes, "Well, enjoy it, because this is the last. We've been told by Cadillac this is the last year that compact disc players will be put in here, and the only reason that they put it in this year is that they needed a way to update the firmware in the computer there, and the future ones will all do it via the internet, but this one still needed to have it that way." Anyway, all right, well, that was an interesting conversation about that. Thanks, both of you, for participating in that, and thank you very much. Your support through the Patreon platform is really important to us. It helps us bring the show to you, and you can also use that platform and the app to send us feedback or questions. We love to hear from you. So until next time, take care of yourself.